Hi, welcome to Fairy's Food World. Today we will be baking oat flour cookies. These cookies are soft, chewy, and full of chocolate chips. And it's made in one bowl, which means very little cleanup to do. Who doesn't like that? This recipe has no eggs or dairy, which means if you change the butter to vegan butter, this can be vegan. It is gluten-free. Let's get started. Here are the ingredients we need to bake our cookies. 1.5 cup of rolled oats. I just use my blender to make flour out of them. Just grind them in your blender, or you can just use a store-bought one. 1/2 cup of almond flour, not almond meal. 1/2 cup of butter. You could use vegan butter. You can try using coconut oil. I haven't, so I can't tell you. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You can also use coconut sugar if you like. 2 to 3 tablespoons of any milk of your choice. I'm using coconut milk. 1/2 cup of chocolate chips and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I have my oven getting preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to take the butter, which is melted. My butter is unsalted. I forgot to mention that. If you have a salted version, just skip the salt from your recipe. And this is the brown sugar. I'm just going to cream these together until it's light and fluffy. This looks all smooth to me. I did add vanilla extract and coconut milk to this. I'm gonna scrape off the bowl and then we can start adding our dry ingredients. I just added all the ingredients together, dry ingredients, and I'm just giving it a mix. And then we're going to slowly add these dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. Just scrape down your bowl on the sides just to make sure everything is getting mixed. Okay, this looks well combined. I would like to mention at this point that when you're using your wet ingredients in the beginning, I mixed together butter, sugar, and vanilla extracts and coconut milk. Now add your coconut milk 1 tablespoon at a time. I mentioned 2 to 3 tablespoons. If you add too much of it, your dough is going to be really soft to work with. So just take about 1.5 tablespoons in the beginning. If it's needed, you can add the rest later. Mine looks about fine because I added close to 2 tablespoons, because in the past cookies I've been making, there have been times when I use 2 tablespoons, there have been times where I use 3 tablespoons. In any situation you end up getting too soft of a dough, what you can do is you can add a tablespoon of almond flour or oat flour that we use. You can use either or, just use 1 tablespoon at a time until you reach the right consistency. Now our last step is to add the chocolate chips. I'm gonna gently fold them in. I'm just gonna use a scoop. This is about 1.5 tablespoons, or you can just use your hands. At this point, just get back of your spatula. I'm going to gently press these down to give them a shape of cookies. All right, I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit, which is already preheated, for about 10 minutes. And I'll be right back. And this is it. Our oat flour cookies are all ready. I had these sit in the baking tray for 10 minutes before I transfer them to the cooling rack. You can store these in airtight container for up to a week on your counter, or you can place them in the refrigerator for up to 30 days. I hope you give this recipe a try. Do let me know what do you think in the comments below. While you're at it, let me know what would you like to watch on this channel. Consider subscribing to the channel if you have not. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.